Hello, everybody, again, and welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host, Mike, and with me in the background is
Kage, how's it going?
good Kage. We have Hog. He'll be joining us shortly there. So we got a decent show planned for you today. Some of the stocks we're going to talk about we typically wouldn't talk about. We're going to talk about it because if you're going to get exposure and find out why it's trending, you need to find out what you're investing in, and that's what we're here for. Going into the first stock we have there, Kage. Is this one of the stocks that you particularly like to trade with? The one we're specifically going to talk about, which is DiDi Global Incorporated?
Not necessarily, but we can talk about it anyway.
Yeah, we're going to show you guys. We're going to show you guys an interesting chart here, and a lot of interesting news to this. There's a little bit of twists and turns in this, and you're gonna want to probably you're gonna be iffy on this one, and we already are iffy as a team. That's why we have the old chalkboard here, the handy chalkboard to write down some thoughts that we observed as we analyze this stock. We're going to go into the chart here. The ticker on this one is DIDI. Last tick was $3.92. It is currently trending on Yahoo there. If you go to the year-to-date chart, I'm going to put it up on your screen here on Market Watch. Going into what would you say? Well, first off on the chart, beginning of July, you had a huge spike increase. Now, what that was is that it was as far as it's a Chinese backed company, like with Alibaba, it's a state company by the People's Republic of, so it's backed by them. They were mulling plans, Kagi, to delist with the crackdown on the widening of the cybersecurity dragnet that China has across there. They were mulling that, and that sent panic, and that sent shares down. So that's why you had that happen. Kagi, what do you have from the real traders on the Twitch before we get started in this company to see what they say? What would you say they do here?
How about this comment from Trades for Her? He says, "My other dark horse is DIDI. Chinese state-owned funds are buying now, and they probably know something is about to happen because they make it happen."
Mm-hmm.
To watch the governments in action in Asian countries. The economics are so widely varied, but all are so vital to the manufacturing and technology companies who support American businesses in huge ways.
Yes, they're all the little tangled web that we talk about on this show all the time exist with these. This is a very risky stock. When it's backed with the CCP dollar Ruskies because they're propping that up, that's something to consideration. That's not a hot take or anything. That's just where we saw the money funneled, and so that's why we saw this. We also saw, as far as for this is what would you say they do? They operate a mobility platform that provides ride-hailing and other retail-related services. It operates 3 business segments: China Mobility, International, and other initiatives. The China Mobility segment comprises of ride-hailing, taxi-hailing, chauffeur, hitch service. The international segment includes ride-hailing, food delivery services, and international market outside of China. The other initiatives mainly consists of bike, e-bike sharing, auto solutions, intercity freight, community, group buying, autonomous driving, and financial services. Be wary of that. How many American companies intertwine in that? We'll have to see going down in the future, because I'm sure this is not the first time we're going to see this or go over this. The company is headquartered in the People's Republic of Beijing, China. What else do you got from the twits there?
How about this comment from Bulldog Inday? He says, DiDi, bullish, bought 25K shares the other day at $3.38. That 1/4 of the IPO price. I see this as an easy double and a return to $14 once it's over on the HK exchange.
Yeah, and that's where, like I said, that's where some of that panic was the Gov plan to the CCP plan to delist that, and so because with that crackdown, and so that's where you saw the drop. Now going forward, are we going to see? Wonder what? It also depends on the net. Well, going forward, China is going to go forward no matter what, whatever variant they have and things like that. They want to be the dominant economic power they're not going to let themselves slow down. I know I'm not a shill for the CCP. I'm just telling you what they project into their narrative. What else do you got from the twits there?
How about this one from the Super Marty 136? He says bullish. DiDi, hey Z, I'm not sure this is such a great idea. Look at where it got us. Don't be like us. Just let you markets tank. Gong hey fat choi buddy. And he has a link to the zero hedge for China. And
speaking of which, if you want to bring up another take, I actually have a plug from the Gateway Pundit about Evergrande as well. That if you're planning on investing in this company, you might want to know this news as well. From I think the Hoff brothers had it out today. What other takes do you have while I bring this up?
How about this one from Tickeron? He always brings his receipts with his.
Mm-hmm.
He says, how will this affect the market? DiDi enters at a downtrend because momentum indicator dropped below the zero level on January 25th, 2022. And he's got his receipt about the chart and having it more of a downturn for where the stock is at right now.
Okay, so I've got a plug from the Gateway Pundit, and this has to do with Evergrande, tying into when you're dealing with this type of company, you've got to take all these things into consideration, because when the Evergrande bomb drops, that's when everything just flies to bits and pieces. The Hoff brothers are writing about they're talking about they've been reporting for a year now about the China Evergrande Group financial crisis. This company's the largest debtor in the world, and it's about ready to go bankrupt. So one of the U.S. global management companies, Oaktree Capital, has somehow been able to seize 2 properties in Evergrande's in effort to recover the $1 billion that they're owed for the failing company. The Los Angeles-based Oaktree Capital Management has seized a second Evergrande property in China, part of the unprecedented push to recover $1 billion in unpaid debt. Oaktree has seized Venice apartment complex, Yellow Sea Coast, and Shanghai has defaulted on a $400 million secured loan, according to the Financial Times. Now, like I said before in other shows, guys, as this trickled down to both sides, if you're tied to this, you could be projecting things going forward higher and higher, but this has lots of risk to it just because of all these things tied to each other. Tying yourself to these companies could be your downfall. So there is a lot of there could be some reward in the short term. But remember, you do have that risk, and so always play that safe. What else do you got there from the twits there, Kage? Okay, guys, so we also have, what else do you have there from the twits?
How about this comment from Luckin88? He says, DiDi, bullish. Almost zero risk here. Way too many big names backing this. CAC just wants some ownership stake and will let it go once they get their wish.
That's not that bad of a take there. I have a plug here from Investors Place. They have DiDi's top-level management has combined a voting stake of 50%, which means they could execute privatization plan and cut out U.S. investors. So that's something you guys might want to take a look at when you guys are saying there. Well, we don't know which type of investors are on here, because obviously we have a lot of pumpers on the board, because like you said, you can't trust the boards all the time. Just because they say they're bullish doesn't mean they're all bullish. It looks like we have, in doing so, they're likely to offer U.S. investors the option to redeem the shares that are slightly lower than the initial public offering, something to also take into consideration. On the flip side, DiDi may opt for an IPO in Hong Kong. Consequently, it would offer its U.S. shareholders to convert American depository shares into common shares. This would allow U.S. investors to retain the Hong Kong stock and exchange ownership. It would be interesting to see who the management ends up in deciding, but they'll have to wait for another date there. The regulatory scrutiny for DiDi is unlikely to end anytime soon. Perhaps the best course of action for the company might be to sell a major stake to a state investor, more so ever to a surrogate in the financial segment with its ride-hailing segment. So you have several different factors in this. You're just going to have to put this on a watch list, Kage, as far as what I am seeing so far. They are good. A lot of your people are good at you have your cooler carriers on this board, but some of these people we don't know if they're bots, things like that. There's always good bots out there that'll try to pump the bull. So, what else you got?
How about this one from Slingshot? He says, DiDi, we can't let the Chinese pull out at these low price, guys. We have to make them pay us premium price.
Exactly. Yeah, make them pay you. Do it like you do, like what the apes did with all the other deals there. You gotta don't let them do this because they do this all the time, man. They know exactly what they're doing. They're good bargainers there. Looks like Good News Bull says last time the Chinese government came out, the shorts got buried. Also, if you short China, he's got here loading up there. If you short China, then take note. So there you go on that. What else do you have?
How about this one from David Jacoby too? He says, DiDi, curious to see how the rest of the week plays out. DiDi is known for wiping out any gains the following days.
These are all like that. The things you're talking about there, Kage. That's the thing that what he's writing it is true, but that goes for all their stuff. That's why I say I'm part of the army of apes, and I don't usually invest in these types of stocks anyway. And I'm just gonna throw the board across right now, and I'm gonna go walk over while the camera's rolling, and I'm gonna give my take on this stock, and I'm gonna pull out Kage, my American flag, and I'm just gonna say I'm a watch on this one, and that's just it on this one. What do you got?
I think this is kind of a risky play, especially if you're not big fans of China. As far as what you want to do for getting in on the cheap, now would probably be a good time to get in on the cheap if you really want to do this one. As far as where this would be going in the next few days, only the insider traders really know.
Yeah, I'll prefer doing my best to try to make my grandchildren not debt slaves. So I will be out, and I'll just put this on a watch, and you guys can try it out and play it out. But I'm out on this one.
Yeah, I'm out on this one. I think it's interesting to watch if you're wanting to get in on the cheap, but watch yourself. This is risky.
Too risque. All stocks are risque, but this one's too risque for me. Put it on the watch. We'll see how it plays out. Hey, maybe it goes back to $15. Maybe it goes lower. I don't know. It's not my thing. I'll move my dollars towards America on this one. But we got to review it because some people might like this stock. So I'm just out on this one. So, but you guys know where I stand for the past years, the past year. So, but yeah, I'm out. Okay, guys. So we got Hog back on the show here. Hog, what's up?
What's up, dude?
Are you ready to cover SOPA there?
I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right. Brizo's not here in the background again, is he?
Right. Yeah.
Dude, Brian, stay out of the freaking beer, man.
He's always freaking. He got a bottle of, or he's got a 6-pack, a 6 of natties.
You gotta watch that guy, man. He's always after your extra stuff, dude. Kage, going on to, we're going to cover SOPA. SOPA. Last tick on this one was $4.64. Going to the chart, guys, December 21, looks like during Christmas time. This thing was cooking, and then we saw a dump off, a little hook, and then the drop off. Going into it there, Kage, this thing they engage in development and sale of distribution of hardware, software, and point of sale system. That's right up your alley there, Airhog. It's loyalty-focused, data-driven electronic commerce platform. Interfaces connect consumers, merchants in the food and beverage and lifestyle sectors. Interesting because I didn't see enough on the website when you go to the website. The website could use some improvement, so maybe they could have used some of that $Ruskies to improve that. The company is headquartered in the People's Republic of Carson City, Nevada there. Kage, going on to stock twits, because that's where the real traders are at. What do you got on the twits there?
I've got a couple of mixed results. I've got a couple of bulls, but I also have a few bears. I'm going to cover a bull first.
Okay.
Petty Crimes 12. He says SOPA. Bullish. I think it does the opposite of a drop. We will see, though. Don't believe all the hype. There have been many stocks offering lower than current price and rocketed. Be smart and don't jump out immediately and kick yourself.
Okay, what else you got? Oh, is that what you thought of Hog? Is that what you thought of the stock? Do you think it was a fart or what?
SOPA soda.
Oh.
In South Park, people will know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
so if you check out South Park, you knew what he was talking about there. What other take do you got there, Kage?
How about this from a bear? This is from Bear Bull Bear Beal, I think.
Yeah, whatever.
Bearish.
Not going to be on the show again anytime unless he has a good take, so it's all good.
Yeah, he had brought his receipt for this one.
Okay.
He says, below are the two other offerings since IPO. This business will never be successful. However, they do plan to take retail cash.
Okay.
The offering totaling over 22 million shares, including warrants, within 4 months after IPO.
Okay. What's that, Hog? Hog, what do you got? Yeah, I'm sorry, what you got? Just you guys got intertwined with each other. What do you got?
Oh, no, nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, so he did bring up that take there of what he had for the dollar amounts, but I have something interesting from Stock Telegraph because I brought my receipts. They have in there's a fair lifestyle. It is the Southeast Asia platform it debuted in Vietnam. This was a little bit ago here. This is a little bit of older news, like January, say December-ish news. That's why you saw that hook in that graph there. So September 21st, they had they had the most success, and they had weeks of additional income. It was almost like an income free fall. The gross proceeds were 28 mil there, and they invested some of the proceeds that they made when the stock was rising. This is what they're saying. They're investing in data centers, infrastructure, call center, for warehouses, for their e-commerce there. The only question is, guys, is the website. The website needs improvement because when you go to some of the links, you get bum 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 bum. So, also they have 1,500,000 registered consumer users there. So that's 7 platforms and 3,500 merchant bases there. So there you have it on that. What do you got there, Hog, on your end? What did you see? Oh, you saw the same thing too? Hog has a couple more things he wants to look at real quick before he gives his take on this. Kage, what do you got from StockTwits, the real traders? And I'll go up and see what I got here. I'm just going to get a drink while you're talking.
Okay. Well, here's a take from Tony Stacks. He says bullish. SOPA, honest question. Why are supposed bears so bitter and or hurtful? You can play both sides of the trade. You can short sell successfully if
He's right.
or bet on a bullish trend. Either way, you shouldn't celebrate others' monetary losses in any fashion. It's distasteful and low rent. Be whale traders, bears and bulls.
Is it too much of a hot take, guys, to say that some of these bears are probably bag holders? I'm just saying. If it gets me in trouble with the subs and you unsub, I'm just saying. I throw it out there just to call. I like it when you leave bad comments to me because it actually makes me happy. Really does.
Yeah, a little bit of both. Some are trolls, some are bag holders, and some.
I love trolls. Trolls just make it good for me, especially when they're triggered right after they see the video and they write back. That makes me happy. So, you got Stock Raccoon. He says 3 million offering of 70 million shares traded today. Did you see that, Kage?
A little.
Okay, this offer was set on January 14th, amended by January 28th, and announced today's stocks usually pop before offering. Didn't grab a shorter because it was not sure to see if this would happen today at volumes, but it could easily hit $6 tomorrow, offering a drop a bit. He's saying bearish on this. Stock Raccoon doesn't like it at all, so that's all what he's saying. What do you got there, Hog, on as far as what you saw? I know you take a look at the website, and you were a little disappointed.
Yeah, it's lacking for sure. I say the site. It's hard for me to really honestly give any sort of an opinion when you got a website that's just so
Mhm.
lacking in information, and so yeah, just based on that, I'd say I would go with Bear.
Yeah, here's my question to you guys. Okay, so in the article, in the promotion article, we have call centers, warehouses in Southeast Asia. They're going to build data center infrastructures, but what are they going to put in it when we don't see the product and everything on the website for the sales and all
It
that?
drives me nuts when
Yeah.
you can't get info straight from them.
Yeah.
Because you can't find it on their site.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah. Like if you're an
what else?
investor, you're just like, what the heck? I mean, some of your other people, they'll just buy the clickers that we call them in the IT industry. They'll just go and click on whatever, and it's the same thing. They'll just buy whatever, and that's sad. That's why this show exists to some people that were like, well, you guys just get takes of everything, because we're trying to get sentiment from both sides before people that are uninformed to make an informed decision where they can feel like they can get in or where they're not going to get in. That's why the show exists. So. Do you guys? I just say on this one, just watch yourself. More to come. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying we need to see more info. Is all I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it on a watch, and that's it.
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying yeah.
I'm not saying bad.
I can't really give any.
I can't give negative. Yeah.
Opinions there.
I want to see the product. That's all I want to see. I mean. Some people maybe they have more information out there, and you say, well, they're getting, they're in the process of transferring. We'll put that link on there to get that transferred over, so we can see the product and see if there's.
Show me the money, man.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Yeah, just show. We want to see more. That's all we're saying. Kage, what do you got on this one? As far as, I mean, we got a lot of bulls out there, more than bears. But what do you got on this one? Are you a watch? Are you a hold? Or are you a just wait and see? Or are you you're jumping out of your seat to buy?
I would have to say this is maybe a pass.
Okay.
Still one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I just say it's one to keep an eye on. So we'll just have to see how it plays out. A lot of good stuff happening. I just want to see why we're making call centers and warehouses and data centers when I don't see a product. I want to see the product. That's all I'm saying. So if you guys can share with me a product and put it on there so all the people can see you for the video. Then when people go to know when they invest, when they're searching for this stock, they can see that in the comment section of where. So that's what this is all about. So I'm out on this one. Are you guys out now as far as talking about it?
I'm out too. There's not.
Okay. We're going to go on to the next one, and we'll see you in 2 and 2. Peace. Okay, guys, the next stock we have is AREB. AREB. Last tick was $2.55. Going to the chart, it's a pretty healthy, decent chart considering the fantastic overbought market we're in and the fantastic stocks we talk about sometimes. So going into the chart there, you could see there is some swing play in there. There was a little bit of stock dilution, the reverse split there, so you can go look up the information, the 1 through 80 split. There's a stock telegraph has that breakdown on there. Going into what would you say you do here? American Rebel Holdings engages in the provision of safes and concealed carry apparel and backpacks. Its products are safely secure assets, most vital and include firearms and secured substances. The company was founded in December 15, 2014 and is headquartered in Nashville, Tennessee. So, Hog, you can actually take your secured substances like your Mary Jane and put them in the safe there. Okay, Kage, so go into stock twits, because that's where the real traders are at. What do you got on the boards there?
Honestly, I think there's a lot of bulls for this one, but I think it's
You think?
Up for this stock.
Of course there's bulls on there, Kage, come on.
Yeah, of course.
There's always
There's bears on there too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there are a few bears, but I have.
He's like, we got almost 3,000 subscribers tuning in, and he's like, we got some bulls here.
They're lions and tigers.
Yeah. So, what do you got there, Kage? All kidding aside, sorry, I just threw me off there. So go ahead.
All right. Here's a comment from the Hunter. Bullish. AREB, and I'm serious. Bullish. Grab some RHE now for tomorrow. I grabbed RHE last night. I'm reminding you.
Oh.
we gotta take a break, guys. We gotta fill. Someone's girl alarm went off. Some chick's at the door. Hold on. Okay, now guys, that we got our AI systems back to normal there. What do you got there, Kage?
How about this comment from the Hunter? He says, AREB bullish. And I'm serious. Grab some RHE for tomorrow. I grabbed AREB last night at $2.36. So today was no stress. Unfortunately, I got busy at work and missed out on more gain. But shame on me.
He got busy at work, man. Did you meet somebody or what?
I guess.
Busy, huh?
Yeah. Hey, if you're getting busy at work, that's always good. So these guys, they're into the backpacks, and are they into pocket knives, or what are they into there, Hog?
I don't know what the hell they're into based on the articles I'm reading. I mean, like, there's no way that this is written by a human. I mean, like, okay, let's check out
Copy and paste. Okay, so Hog, what do you got on that take there?
Well, I don't know what I've got because the articles that I'm reading, I mean, like on Stocks Telegraph, there's no way that this is written by a human.
Paid promotion. Who got the check?
Check this out for a description. American Rebel Holdings Inc. participates in the arrangement of safes and concealed carry apparel and backpacks, defensive jackets, t-shirts, knives, caps, CDs, and hats. The company's products.
CDs and hats sounds like a rap.
Most imperative, which incorporate guns and secured substances. What the hell? What does that mean?
Weed.
The company's products secure the assets, most imperative, which incorporate guns and secured substances. It's like how can you be any more like vague, indirect, and just like speaking gibberish when we're trying to describe a company?
The good news is from the last stock we talked about, though, Hog, it's they use U.S. steel, so they're using that right there. So that's a good thing.
That's true. I think they put all their eggs in that basket.
Yeah, it's not CCP on, so that's good.
I mean, just some of this stuff's a little fishy to me, man. So, are you saying on Market Watch they're using the same secure substances?
Yeah, same. Well, that's the thing with the mock. That's the problem with what I've been trying to explain to people for years and years with this is that the Mockingbird media will do this all the time. They get their pom-poms out and they try to pump it up and they pump up the jam, and then come Friday.
Totally. This is just, there's no reason. There's nothing about this that's outstanding. I don't know why all of a sudden this is being shown. Okay, the author that I'm seeing on Stock Telegraph, it just says ST staff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you open, you go and try to follow that, and it just gives you a list of like 12 different people, and when you try and find out who they are, like for instance, Muhammad Ali is one of them.
Oh wow! I didn't know that he was still alive and trading this thing.
Well, it's like butterflies.
No, yeah.
Doesn't know how to write an article.
Yeah.
It's just like he's a student at University of Engineering and Technology in Pakistan. It's like in every one of these people are students. There's no pictures. The pictures and profiles are empty.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very vague. Half of them, you click on them, and they have nothing. There is no description of who they are.
Yeah.
I think I don't think they're people.
Yeah. Well.
So.
Very suspect.
But that.
Yeah, and you're getting the same phrases that are just, they don't make sense. I mean, obviously, if people, they're foreigners, I get it, but it's just strange. It's the same thing across all these sites.
That's why we call them the Mockingbird media. Mock. So they parrot each other all the time, and when Friday comes, their friends pick up the cheap seats after they've all promoted. So that's what we try to get across to people, to make your decision and find your buy point, because this is like I said, the positive is the U.S. steel there for the construction of the safes, which is good. They're not into they don't move their own safes they don't do safe moving like some safe companies do they? Because that would be interesting, because there's big revenue in that. Huge revenue.
In the arrangement.
They as far as do they do any of other brands too of moving them, or they just do their own arrangement of that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I didn't see anything, but maybe that's to be continued or things like that. Did you check out some of the apparel on the website? So they had come and get this blue checks or what? The Twitter blue checks. Did you see any of that?
Twitter blue check.
Yeah, there's no. That's just a joke, dude. That's just a bad joke. That yeah. There's no. Yeah, there's no apparel on there that does that. I just made that up. So
I want to see that. I do want to see that. Hold on. I want to see I want to see their apparel. Have you seen it?
I have not seen their apparel. Let me go and look on their products. Hey, Kage, so you got a couple interesting takes you found there on the twits.
Yeah. How about this one from Crab 3103? He says AREB. I'm more interested in what this does tomorrow with the offering closed. I think it will eventually go to $5 plus, but there are a lot of emotional bag holders wanting to get in the way now.
Did you see? Interesting that you brought that up because I see a take from DB94, and he says he's interested to see who's going to panic sell, which I think that's a possible. That's not that far reach. I'm for sure on this that with us being the green here. You are going to see those panic sellers, and there's options to be here because let's not rule this out that this isn't a bad company. It's to be continued as far as playing out. You know what I'm saying? We obviously haven't seen the last of it. The merchandise looks good, the products look good. Obviously, the company's decent with the U.S. steel. We just have to see more. We have to see some ratings. It's the articles.
It's the articles and some of the hype that I'm seeing. It's just
not. And so, guys, don't think we're getting negative because, like I said, we're never gonna come out here and bring the pom poms and do rah rah rah. But when I see the alphabets come out and what they do, I'm gonna bring that into question. And you have to take in consideration signal, not noise. Signal, not noise. You don't want to listen to their noise because they're trying to get you to buy so they can freaking get you on the dump and pick up your cheap shit. That's what they do.
And they're doing a disservice, to a lot of these companies by just this garbage, like these articles that just are not.
Sometimes I wish I could have helped some of these bag holders, but it is what it is. What else you got there, Kage?
Donald Dusk.
How about this stock from LJC Stocks? He says bullish. AREB. Here's how I see this. Offering price is $4.15 and it hasn't closed yet. I bet tomorrow we get more eyes and people. SMO. This all the way up to $5 plus. When the offering closes, people will be going wild. I bet we even get a big pump in PM.
Whoa. Sorry, I just saw a take when I go. Keep on going. I got one to read to you guys. It's pretty bad. So, this Honey Bear 2 picked it up, but go ahead.
He continues. Tomorrow's PT for me is $5 plus. This company also may have some Trump connection, not verified yet.
Oh, here we go again, right?
Yeah.
I got a connection too, dude. So
it's got to be Trump related. It's got to be Trump connection.
Yeah.
Trump wanted.
I mean, I'm not trying to diss on the guy, but it's just everything's a connection. This one's I feel bad for this guy. Honey Bear 2 says a round of applause for the guy that bought at 10.50 early pre-market. A day at the job for the poor baggie. He's got a picture. I got to show it to the listeners. He's got a picture of the guy from Good Burger on there saying, "Oh, I guess you're gonna have to work that one off." So I'm sorry if you bought at 10.50, man. That sucks, dude. What do you got, Hog, on your end? I'm gonna throw the board off to the screen because I'm done with any notes I had to make. What do you got?
I don't know. I'm sure they're a good company. I'm sure their states are good stuff, but I don't have anything. I don't have anything to say other than the articles that are.
Yeah, we just need more info.
I mean, it's the numbers, right? The numbers that they were up 49 points in third quarter, but they were down 20 previous to that. We already know that. I mean, hey, Yeah, they don't sell guns for one. So there isn't going to be. They're not going to be looking at getting raided by the ATF.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Unless they're coming for safes next, you never know. They actually could be. With the latest bulletin, that was put out today, they could be considered domestic terrorists. So I mean, people that have American.
Body armor is basically, they want to outlaw that. So.
Yeah, well, now if you have an American flag, now you're a domestic terrorist. So I'm just saying that. I mean, that's what they're going for. So Look at.
It's job security.
Yeah, look out for grandma and grandpa out there with an American flag out there. They could be suspicious. So just that was on the bulletin, I think. Fake news, just kidding.
Start calling them unsafes.
Yeah, unsafes. Yeah, exactly, unsafe. So watch it. Pick up your unsafe today. And no, they don't have unsafes. And no, we're not serious. This is a parody, some stuff. So, yeah. Kage, what do you got on this one? Are you just going to watch this one still, too, as well? See how it plays out?
I think I'm just going to be out on this one and just see how it plays out. I mean, this is a little bit too good too.
You
said. What do you
said.
think about their knives, though? Have you checked out their knives?
I'm not all crazy about the design. The knives I like are a little particular, and these ones don't really do it for me.
What about their
knives? So.
What about their bow hunting? What about their bow hunting class they offer, Kage?
Bow hunting.
They don't offer bow hunting, guys. So I just had to throw that out there.
I try.
Yeah.
Any throwing knives?
Hog, are you letting this play out then for you, or are you considering looking at it?
I'm gonna just let it play out. I don't really have a say one way or the other with this one.
Yeah, I'm considering looking at it. Like I said, I need a little more info as far as all around. I think I'll dig outside of the alphabets because the alphabets. It's actually funny that they're promoting things because usually they would be negative and things like that and think it was the end of the world.
So that's why I think I don't know. I'm a conspiracy theorist, comic creator, whatever. I think
that was part of the bulletin.
Buzzwords.
That was part of the bulletin today, is that there's lots of conspiracy theorists out there, and you got to report your neighbor, to the local Stasi at Circle K. So check that out.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Mike. I say, I mean, there's the steel is American sourced, so there's that.
That's a positive.
The supply chain issues that the company dealt with. So things are looking good from the actual data that I'm getting, but there's just the numbers. That's all I have to go off of.
Yeah. So that's good as long as they can keep that going there. They should be good. So I'm out for talking about these, and are we about done with this show there and give them over and out or what? Oh, actually, I forgot. He's not gonna be on the show anymore. He used to say over and out, but yeah, he's out.
I was over now.
Yeah, that was your buddy Kameo was over and out, but he's definitely over and out. You're welcome to come on, Kameo, if you want to, but you can continue to hide out. It's all good. So we're calling you out. So, where are you getting out of here, Kage?
I'm just gonna say goodnight, people, and just sneak off.
Okay, sneak it off. What about you there, Hog?
Same as always, man. Peace out.
Don't make it a dog show. Good night now!